Here's an example of therapy with LGBTQ clients that, just sometimes makes a huge difference in people's lives. I had a young male client, 32, that's young to me, and he came in pretty distraught. He had come out to his family for the first time, and it had not gone well. And his family rejected him completely. They were now estranged. It was incredibly sad. He was devastated. He knew it was going to be a difficult conversation, which is why he waited until he was in his 30s. But when he had kind of relocated back to Colorado, he was in a spot where it was time. He just needed to do it, and he did. Well, we sat for a couple sessions, and I just asked him, I said, do you think you could just get your parents to come in for one family therapy session, just one? And he said, they won't do it. He said, I know they won't do it. And I said, have you asked them? And he said, no. And I said, could we talk about it? Could we just talk about how you might talk about it with them? And he said, yes. And so we did. And he decided that when he left our session, he just wasn't sure what he was going to do, and that was okay. But he texted me shortly thereafter, and he said he talked to his parents, and they were coming in. So I spent an hour with Mom and Dad first, just the three of us, just so I could get to know them, just like I got to know their son. And then we all four sat down in the room, and we had a session that was incredibly painful for each of them in their own way. They were each suffering. And the session started with the dad saying that, he was there to honor the son's request to come in for one family therapy session, but that was it. The Bible said what the Bible said, and that he was not going to change his views, and that if his son was choosing to be gay, then he was choosing a life without his parents. So we did work. They stayed. Nobody ran out of the room. And to their credit, it took a lot of courage because they were all in such pain. And at the end of the day, within a week, a few more sessions, Dad came back, Mom came back, a few more sessions that we did over the course of that week, the family had reunited and had gotten to a place where they were all willing to read some things and do some things and talk about some things, both in session and out of session, that allowed them to open their hearts and shift. And that was a while ago. And I actually do know that that family is still reunited today because my original client, the young gay man, had reached out to me for some support on something completely unrelated, but he said that he and his family were doing really well and all was good. So I guess it's things like that that always gives me hope.